Hey guys, it's me, Dakota. Talking Jin here. This video is gonna be simple and straightforward. Uh, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not having fun. Like, specifically, I'm not having fun with Sonic Speed Simulator anymore. It was fun in the beginning, and then they had to go add the marathon and stuff, which was fun at the beginning. But then as time went on, it just felt more like a chore. And I had high hopes after the marathon. But all they had for anniversary was Marathon for Classic Supersonic. And then, like, I mean, after that, they just, they had the Birthday Supersonic and the Pass. But the Birthday Supersonic was a limited. So it was just kind of shitty, to be honest. I'm sorry for the cursing, but this is my true feelings in this video. I wanted to do more Bite by Night content, but that one's dead in the water right now. I mean, we're not getting any updates. It's been gone more than it's been on. I mean, and just in general, like Roblox has been kind of feeling depressing to get on. I mean, even just recently we figured out that they lost like 70% of their stock. I mean, it's just kind of depressing, you know? Like, I like the game of Sonic Speed Simulator. It's a good game. But the problem is the devs. They just keep doing stupid decisions. I've had so many good decisions, like ideas, not decisions. So many good ideas in mind, but they're never going to implement these ideas. Like, I made that video, how to improve Marathon, and I had the idea of it because, well, Marathon kind of sucks. And now that the Pixel one came back, yeah, it kind of proved my point. Number one, they should have just let you keep gaining tickets after 30K if they knew they were immediately going to go to another marathon. But even that just comes down to the problem. This marathon's shorter. You still screw over new players. So, I mean, if Farmy doesn't want to play, like, the Eggman stuff is cool, but it requires so much grinding just to get Eggman and the different rewards there that they kind of want you to get the pass. But the pass costs as much as getting, like, triple slots. Why is that? And then also on the note of Game Passes, we haven't gotten much Game Passes, but the newest one is just for the tickets. Why not introduce actually good Game Passes? And then on the note of that stuff, I mean, they got rid of the Game Pass and the spinner. They kind of ruined spinners. So I have no incentive to go racing because my race ticket system isn't even good anymore. I can't get a Game Pass. Like, maybe there is a Game Pass you can get from it that I already own, but to my knowledge, there's no new Game Pass. They just got rid of the triple A Game Pass that you could get before, which it's just shitty. Like, they got rid of something that free play players can get. Because technically, if you grind long enough, you can get enough tickets. But now they made getting tickets harder because now there's only the 5% chance. It's hard to get ticket buffs to get the maximum amount of tickets. And then if it's hard to get tickets, there's no reason to get the spins because the whole point was to get the spins, to get the buffs, to get more tickets. And it would be perfect for when doing the races. But now I just don't want to do the races. I don't want to get on every day. And if I get sick one day, I can't get the tickets or anything. I'm just tired of it. Speed Simulator is just so tiring because now they're just not innovating to the extent that would help people like me. They just want people to spend the money on there. It's, I mean, let's use this as an example. The new event is just a neon blaze. They took out the races and stuff for the neon blaze. I haven't even played the event. That's how fucking bored I am of it. I've been liking Fortnite more. I've been liking Marvel Rivals more. But this is just like, it's starting to get repetitive. Cool, the Eggman stuff was cool, and they added the Sim Eggman. Where's normal Eggman? Why do you make it so hard to do the challenges? I mean, it's just common sense of like, why is it such a struggle to place in systems to help your players? I know the answer. It's money. They want money. That's all they fucking want. Why make it easy to get tickets when they could just never improve the shop and keep just a overcharged like Metal Sonic in there? People are gonna want to buy the Game Pass. Well, I mean that's just shitty, you know. Marathon, they're just kind of hoping people buy a ton of Ruby eggs to get all the tickets because people already have the Pixel Supersonic. Like, I'm sorry, but they are scummy, you know? They're like, "Oh, we don't want Marathon to be a, you pay to win, like you pay for it and get it early." They do that already. The Ruby eggs do that. So it's just shitty that they're having this system to where the people that pay can get all they want. But people like me that, would be good for them because if people are grinding your game and feel like they're being successful in grinding their game, people are going to be on there longer and most likely pay in the future. But currently, there's no reason for me to play. Pixel Supersonic is not a cool marathon enough for me to play. They literally stated, the devs in the Discord literally stated that they aren't, that the Pixel Supersonic is worse than the classic Supersonic because they don't want the people that went through the classic Supersonic grind to feel like they just immediately get something better or the same quality. Well, newsflash, classic Supersonic is basically the same stats as normal Supersonic. I don't know how to say this, but the only reason Classic is so good is because there's a chance that we'll never get Classic Sonic, Supersonic again. So back to my original thing with Marathon. Marathon kind of sucks right now because if they went with my idea where they have like a ticket shop and make it so that there's a discount, if you were having a discount for the current Marathon item, then it would incentivize people to play at their own rate. Make it to where there's no caps. Make it to where there is certain ticket amounts for certain things. Like make it so that when you do a race, you get like make it so that when you do a challenge, because challenges are limited by the time you have to wait for them, and there's specific challenges that you might skip and stuff. Make it 200 tickets. Make it so that, or here's the better thing. This is what I told my mom because I was so pissed about it when I was thinking about it. Make it so that when you do challenges, you get 100 tickets. Make it so that when you're doing races, you get 50 tickets. Make it so that when you do the time trials, make it so that you get 20 tickets, 20 or 10, depending. Because time trials, you can technically, like, it would have been higher if Kronos Island didn't exist, but because Kronos Island exists, here's the solution to that. Kronos Island, you could probably do, like, more races and more Kronos Island, like, time trials in the amount of time to do races to where you get more tickets from the time trials. Well, here's the solution to that. The races gives you race tickets as well. Make it so that you can stack all these with no daily limits. Stack it all together to have a shop where there's the discounted items for marathon. When the marathon ends, make it like 3 times the price. So new players can technically eventually get something that they want. But it's better to focus while on the marathon. It lets you stack up your cards and make it like capped at like 100,000 tickets or 200,000 tickets. So that later on, like if Hypersonic comes in the game, which is very unlikely, but something to that cool extent, if Hypersonic ever came to the game, make it so that it has it to where Hypersonic is like 100K. That's during the discounted phase. 100,000 tickets. So people that then save me up, they can work towards it, and then other people that just newly join, they can work towards it. But then make it so that when it's finished, it is 300K or 200K, depending on how much you want to do for that rarity, because it's so much. But people can still get it. People are going to be on your game for longer. They're going to be willing to grind out for it. If you want to make money off of it, well, number one, you're having players on there for so long that maybe they're going to buy game passes of other things. But even if they don't buy a Game Pass for those things, make a Game Pass that doubles the amount of marathon tickets you get. Suddenly, you're getting 200 per challenge. You're getting 100 per race, 40 or 20 tickets per time trial. I'm not too sure on that. That's why I kind of said that. Maybe 15 is the good middle point so that you get 30 when you're double. Still, in general, that feels way better because then you can have it to where you can play sprites and not sprites. Sorry, I've been playing Fortnite, so friends, fast friends, chows, stuff like that. You can have them in the shop as well. Trails, stuff that you can't bring back in an event so easily. But if you bring it back in that way with like a cap, so like let's say you can buy 5 youth chows. Boom. I mean, that's an easy way to give new players these options. Or add new sprites that are good still. So that people can get options. Like I don't know how else to make it clearer. Like give people options. That's how clear I can give it to you. New players are gonna suck at this game. If they suck at this game, they're not gonna play this game. Why would they want to spend money when they learn that the money they spent was on something that's not even that useful? Like the red rings. It's like I want to say it's like $100 worth of Robux for 15,000 red rings, which is god fucking awful because that can barely get you a skin that came out just this week. That is how fucking terrible the market is. That's the other thing about the game. The market is just so dog shit. Everyone always goes in there overpricing a ton of things. Or you see a ton of people trying to sell fast friends and stuff. Like, cool, I understand everyone's got to do the hustle, but why is it that I can go in and see someone selling a whole shop of limiteds for way overpriced? How is that fair? How is it fair that you can still say that there's been this many limited when certain accounts have been banned? How can you be fair and say that that's a limited to that extent? No, that limited is not 3,500 because some are lost to the void. Some are in accounts that are alternate. So technically, some people have more. Or some accounts just aren't touched anymore. Whether it be someone died and they no longer use that account, or someone just grew out of Roblox or something. That's how my account is right now. I haven't got on this whole update, and it's Thursday. It's Thursday. It's almost the next update. So fair to say, I had that idea with Marathon. I had that idea. And I mentioned a version of that idea in another video. But I know the devs will never take that idea. Because then if you uncap it, if you give people the option to stock up, when the new character comes out, they're going to buy it immediately. They're not going to make millions of red rings off of it. They're not going to make people get different things off of it. They're not going to have people on for longer, which means they're going to buy other game passes, even though they're still probably going to have them on the same amount of time. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. If it's uncapped, I would go on and grind as much as I want to. Because some days I may be sick. Some days I may be busy with school. Some people have jobs. Some people don't. Some people have certain things that they have to do. Some people have obligations they need to have. Guess what? Most people that play this game probably fucking can't stand playing the game for long enough. But then there are days where I can play more. There are days where I can grind more. And those are the days where if there's a cap, I'm going to play to the cap. And then I'm not going to play anymore. That is what Marathon was for me last time. During the Classic Supersonic, it just got to the point where I would only get on just to play, to get the cap. Once the cap was hit, I was off. This reset period thing, it's not good. Sure, maybe you can have a cap for bonuses or something, but that's it. They shouldn't have a cap at all. It's stuff like that that gets me off the game. This is why I don't like the game. Um, that's just like the marathon, but that's most of this game. Like the weekly events feel so draining. I didn't even do the Kitsune one or Kitsunami. I don't remember how to say his fucking name, but I never did that. I never did that event because I didn't want to do the Surge races again. I couldn't get another Surge because I already got one Surge before. Well, possibly they just don't let you get another Surge during that event, and you have to actually pay to get another Surge. What's the point of me doing the races again for a character that's probably just gonna have that one variant and never have another variant again? Hmm? How many Gemeralds have you seen? How many variants of Big recently have you seen? The last one I can recall is the Adventure Big from the Adventure Bin. I'm sorry to say, it's been months since that event came out. In all honesty, this game was fun. It was interesting to get on. But for new players, it's so impossibly hard to play. They're no longer giving us free super skins for doing the pass, which was a cool system to help people that didn't have certain super skins to get certain super skins. Like the Blaze, the non tradable Blaze was nerfed. She didn't have a vent, which is fine. They should have more of that. Because still, technically, if someone could rack up enough red rings and stuff and get enough characters to get to 200 in the codex, I think it's 200 or 300, they could get the supersonic, the sim supersonic, and that is better than the non-tradable Blaze. But in the end, like I was saying before, the systems that I have great ideas of, they would never place in the game because to them, they're just going to lose. In their minds, they're going to be like, oh, this is too complicated for our player base. Okay, is your player base like children? Because it probably is. It's Roblox and stuff like that. But at the same time, you still have Sonic fans. You're trying to ride the Sonic IP so much, and yet you're going to make it hard for Sonic fans? I don't know. That's just kind of how it feels like. Every aspect of this game hurts me to think about because they could have done so many things way better. They could have added an option in the settings to make it so that you auto level up and auto rebirth when in auto run. They could have made it a whole like small 90 Robux Game Pass. They could have done so many things much better, like that. They could have done Marathon better. They could have done all the shops better. Because I had a killer idea of where, oh, make it so that you can get exotic race suit, gold race suit, Shadow and Sonic in the race shop for like 75K and make them have a 5 times multiplier. And then make a supersonic suit have like 25 times or 50 times multiplier and make the limited have a 50 or 25 multiplier. So the super skin is free but expensive, making it hard to get. Which also it is a super skin, so it would have a limit. That's what I had for the race shop. Was they're never gonna add something like that? They're never gonna redo the normal shop. They're never gonna redo the pass system. They're never gonna redo most of the things in this game. They're never gonna they're never gonna add good chows anymore. They barely bring back the U chow and stuff. The last time was April Fools. April fucking Fools. The weekly event around April Fool's time was the last time we had the U chow. It is August. New players that started after certain events left, can't get certain fast friends. I can't get Doom Eyes. I can't get Chocola or Cheese. I can't get them. Other players can't get them. That's why I think stuff like Marathon could be a good way to reintroduce them without needing it to be a weekly event. There's certain things that are locked behind trading with other players, but most players aren't going to trade the things because they're good. So in most situations, I myself am screwed. Other players are screwed. And most of the time, you're never going to actually be able to do those things. I'll be honest. By the time you save up for a skin you want with red rings, there's a chance it is either more expensive because people hoard it, or there's a chance that it's less expensive. I'm sorry, why does this game's economy look like the real economy? Why is there inflation of the prices? Why is there all this and that? That is my problem with this game. My problem with this game is that the players suck because of the economy pricing. The devs kind of suck at balancing it for new players or old players because most of the time they're just adding new events that old players prosper from because new players struggle to finish the events easily because new players don't have super skins to speed blister or certain chows to help multiply stats. Old players do. And sure, they bring back some events like Rockstar Sonic or the Summer Sonic, but that's the only one I can think of where they brought back something for new players. And in the end, on those events, they like. Luckily, the Rockstar one was just bring back two old characters, Drummer Cream and Rockstar Sonic. But yeah, they placed the rest of the like Rockstar and Drummer and all that, all the music ones. They placed the rest of them in the shop. They were okay to immediately place in the shop. And then also for the summer one, they had Marine, Summer Marine. So they were willing to just add something to bring back for the new players, but also something for the old players. But most of the time, it feels like the old players are the ones that prosper because they get something new. Name the last time you saw a super skin in an event. I can't. There never has been one since I joined. I joined around Chronos Silver when his exotic was coming out. So I'm sorry that I complain because I'm gonna complain. I'm gonna complain because I can't get things that I actually want. Other people can't get things that they want. Because sometimes I just want to min max my stats. But I can't do that unless I want to shill out like a million red rings to some hoarder who has Metal Sonic Omochao 3.0. And there's a chance that I buy that, and then the next week, oh, suddenly there's a Chow that's better than him. Suddenly there's a Chow that does 5 million XP, 9 million XP. It's so fucking hard to play this game and think, oh, I'm gonna do this. And then I can never do such thing because I can't get everything I want. Before the Rebirth update, I wanted so hard to get like enough of the wisps to where if I bought the 5 slots in the future, that I would be able to have 5 fused wisps so that I can guarantee the rings cost Metal Sonic toy. So that I would have an infinite empire of spending a ton of rings to get a ton of those toys to just give it to people and get red rings from them. Now it was useless after the Rebirth update because my three of them pretty much covered most of the percentage chance to get from the three vending machines. They don't they don't innovate anymore with fast friends. They don't innovate with new things. Most of the time they're just, oh, yep, here's a new limited skin. Oh, here's a new weekly skin that's gonna be pretty much trash and you're never gonna use it. Oh, here's the occasional actually good thing, but it's locked behind a game pass. Not a game pass, it's locked behind like a battle pass, which is basically a game pass, by the way. I mean, to get the battle pass, you need to spend eight real life dollars worth of Robux. And I'm sorry, most people aren't going to want to spend that. So yeah, I think I have the right to complain when a game that I love because I joined it not as a Roblox fan, I joined it as a Sonic fan. And I could not at all be able to enjoy it because they want to be greedy devs. They want to be there to make all that money. And I can understand. It's Roblox. It's kind of harder to get money and all that. They take a cut and everything. And, they were hired by Sega. But I feel like they have too much microtransactions. They rely too much on that. They rely too much on just getting by every week with a shitty low end update. Because what do you mean Anniversary had two updates and then it was done? The 35th anniversary was done in two updates. That may just be a problem with Sonic in general this anniversary. But I myself am a little pissed right now because I was expecting a lot more. Because it was seeming like it was going to be a lot more. And Speed Simulator got nothing. I can't play a game where I make suggestions and they will never come true. Where the devs don't listen to the fans as much because they listen to the vocal minority or something. Like, they literally said when the Rockstar Sonic came out, they were like, yeah, we're bringing this back because new players really wanted this. No. I'm sorry. I'm a newer player. I was a newer player when it came out technically because I hadn't seen him yet. I didn't want him. I wanted something like, the Fast Friend Chows or, the Doom Shadow event or some other event like that to come back. Like, I can understand most of the time they're never going to come back, like the Doom event and all that. But make an equivalent event or make a shop to where you can get tickets throughout grinding. Like, it's easy to do. They literally just they literally had the format for the Eggman stuff. The Eggman shop shows that. I can understand coding. Like, I can understand it can be hard, especially if they don't have too many coders and they have to style everything and all that. But here's the thing. Take 1 week to add that in. And then every update afterwards, you can just add the data to add a buying slot in the shop. I mean, it would help alleviate things from them having to do certain updates for certain things to bring back certain things. Like, I can understand they want to have fallback measures in case there's weeks where they can't do too much, or they need breaks for between big updates. But in the end, they could still have the stuff on backburner to where they don't have to feel like they need to push certain updates out each week. I don't know. I'm sorry I've been rambling, but it's just really annoying that the devs try so much on one thing, but then they don't look at the rest of the game. Because here's the thing. Besides getting to unlock the worlds for your challenges page, pretty much now there's like no point actually going to the worlds. When you finish the world, there's no point going back to them. The only like two, uh, there's like four worlds I can think of. No, five. Okay, I'm gonna name them off. Green Hill, of course. That's always the hub. You also kind of want to go to um World 3, Emerald. It might be Emerald Hill, I think, because that has the tails, which can help with the challenges. The tails tornado thing. Then the other one that I'm thinking of is like World 5, where it has the fast friends to get Sonic and stuff. You could substitute that for another world. And then Kronos Island is the other one I was thinking of for time trials. And that's if you're focusing marathons as well. If you're not focusing marathons, then you have no point for worrying about challenges or Kronos Island. So literally, if you don't worry about marathons, there's only three world. No, there's only like two worlds you need to worry about, and then four worlds if you worry about marathon. All the other worlds, there's mostly no point to go to them. And now it's even more incentivized because, like, you can enter the Eggman stuff through Green Hill, but then you can go to the Emerald Hill one through the Green Hill one, and boom, you literally just don't have to worry about it. I don't know, man. It just kind of feels. If most of the worlds you don't need to go to, especially since you could just buy the stuff that's already in every other world through the trading hub or other people, most of the time it's just shitty. It's just like, oh yeah, you're just like, oh yeah, I did this world and I'm done. And especially now with the rebirth system, where you could technically just stay in Emerald Hill the whole time, or Green Hill the whole time, level up all the way, and not even go into any of the other worlds. Because before the rebirths, you had to do certain challenges for that world, and of course it gatekeep you a lot because you couldn't get through most of them. Like it would take a while, but then after the update, it's just like, oh yeah, you can go through rebirth, rebirth, rebirth. You're good. So yeah, I need to stop myself. It's been 32 minutes, 33 basically. Basically, this video is a rant. It is also just a goodbye, basically. I'm no longer gonna make full-on content for Speed Simulator. Maybe I'll hop on occasionally if there's actually an update I'll like. But if there's no update I like, I'm not going to cover it. And I'm sorry to my fans that like subscribe because of Speed Simulator content, but at this rate, I just can't because it feels more like a labor to remember it. And also, I'm getting busy. I've been busy for the past weekends, and I've been exhausted and everything. And now it's just like I don't want to do this. I don't want to record a video just for the Speed Simulator because I barely even want to play the Speed Simulator. It's like the Eggman thing. I don't want to grind out the Eggman one. I'm sorry to say it. It's just like it's something I don't feel like grinding out. So I mean, like unless someone donates money to be like, yeah, I want to see you play this Speed Simulator content. Sure, I'll do it then. But until then, I'm not gonna go back to Speed Simulator full time. I might try. I will be honest. I might try to make content on. Uh, I might try to make some content on my PlayStation with Fortnite and with Rivals, Marvel Rivals. I do want to try that content. I might try other videos, like some of the other games I have, like Slay the Spire and different things like that. I might try that, but I mean, or other Roblox games if Sonic style ones, because I'm willing to try games out. It's just the problem is Speed Simulator is the thing that kind of popped off on my channel that wasn't a short, and even now I'm just like, it's not really giving me content views, and I'm just kind of losing inspiration to do it, you know? And if I don't have the inspiration to do something, why should I even do it? Like, sure, I might just start making videos. Like, I just kind of like, I don't know, because I made two videos on Fortnite and they got 22 views and 6 views. And that's just because I made a video talking about how I thought sprites were going to come back and how I thought about how the Sonic collab was going to go. And then I proceeded to post a video that was old, outdated, about the Eggman update. I posted that 4 days ago. 4 days ago. So I posted that like the day of or the day before the update with the Blaze. And it's got 60 views. It got more views than my other two non Speed Simulator content. But then I placed out another video of Speed Simulator, and it's like the new update is good, but also terrible. 8 views. 35 views on another one. But then, like, there's some outliers. Like, I made a Mob Rivals one that was an hour long, so I understand why people would not want to watch that. And in truth, I think I am going to just hide that one, just because it's not really like, I don't really care. But in the end, I'm just so tired with it. Maybe in the future I'll come back. Maybe if they actually improve the game, I'll come back. And maybe I may make some send-off videos of finally how I would improve certain things. But after that, I don't think I'm making this content fully. I might make other content as well. I might move on to making research content or something like that. But until then, that was all for this video. I hope to see you guys again. Like, subscribe, of course. And I think that's, I guess I can say it's an end of an era for me, which is weird, but it has to be done because I can't sacrifice my own mental health, especially since college is going to start up again soon. So, yeah, I kind of want to just play the games I want to play, which is Rivals and such. And sadly, Sonic Speed Simulator isn't going to follow that. Now, if other Roblox games pique my interest, like Outcome Memories, I might try to make a video when the new Killer and stuff come out, or like other things such as Sonic EXE. Like if some of the Sonic EXE things actually come out, then sure, I'll try them. I'll be honest on that. I'll try them and I'll make video content on them. I even have a few right here, and I will like read them out. um, EXE Final Stand. I don't know this one much. I just got in. This is like the most recent one, but I think I saw something that looked cool from them. Um, yeah, I think I saw something that looked cool. That one I'm not too familiar with. Forgotten Islands. It looks like a fast-paced Sonic ASIM game. I might try that out if it ever comes out. But currently, it's like also mainly Spanish speaking. But also, it kind of is. It's weird because I don't know how long this one will take. Freedom Fighters, which is Sonic Freedom Fighters. It is a Sonic ASIM game that doesn't have an EXE killing machine. It focuses on actually other Sonic stuff. Real Sonic stuff. Um, Fractured Genesis. It's looking pretty positive, but when it will come out, I don't know. The bad thing is, I don't know if it's coming out before Bye Bye Night comes back. That's the sad thing. If Sonic EXE The Disaster Eclipse gets more content, I might go over it. Until then, I doubt I'll cover it much because I feel like it kind of needs more like content. But by night, of course, we haven't gotten an announcement in like a month, so yeah. Um, Eternal Nightmare. It's a Sonic EXE one. It's looking promising, but I also know that there's a high chance it might not come out, or it could come out, but way later. The closest one I think is to come out is Abyssal Escape. It's like cool ASIM, Sonic ASIM, Sonic EXE ASIM, I should say. And it's like it's basically like you create your own custom character where you can base it off of other characters. They have presets like Silver, I'm pretty sure, and Sonic. They have presets for those skin types, but also like you can mix match abilities. And then there's the killers have like different phases, um Furnace is one of the killers. And in his thing, he gets like blue fire in his final stage where he's like super hot. It's a cool thing that I actually like. And it looks like it's very much close to coming out compared to everything else. Like they made a progress report for August, and it was basically saying survivor abilities are done. May add a few extras. Some killers have okay progress besides abilities. And like one of the characters X is completely done. However, survivor customization is completely done. Maybe it'd be a bit more polished. Revamp the UI, results screen, yada yada. If you don't count upcoming progresses and the map revamps plus one extra map, I'd say the game is ready for beta. I think testers can back me up on that. Boom! That's way better than most games. It's actually seem more positive than Speed Sim. And of course, Outcome Memory's final patch. Like I said, I'll look over that. So, yeah. Um, until then, number one, also, I had Sonic EXE Oblivion on here, and then they just had to go fuck it up majorly. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people on the dev team said the N word and stuff through Discord, and then there was like other allegations of like animal abuse against the developer. But also the developer got like his image was doxxed because of that picture and stuff. I don't know how I feel about the situation. I don't know much about the situation. I suggest going watch people actually covering the situation. In any case, I left that Discord. I'm not looking forward to the game because it's canceled. Will it come out? Maybe, but it would have to be under new development stuff. So yeah, and maybe of course that's just Sonic stuff. I'm open to other Roblox games, but they have to be actually stuff that I like. I just I'm just tired. So yeah, I might try to get other content done, but for now, this is final. I mean it. This is the last of mostly of Sonic Speed Sim. I will do more Sonic Speed Sim in the future. Of course, I will. But until they actually improve the game, I won't care about the game too much. And that's fine. I hope the devs see this video. Sorry for the long rant for everyone else, including the devs. Um, if the devs watch this video, which is highly unlikely, but in case they somehow stumble across this because of algorithms, uh, mostly what I mean is that I hope that you guys can refix the different shops and stuff, make things more accessible for new players. Just kind of be less scummy with everything. That's pretty much what I'm aiming for the developers to do. Um, Maybe help fix the economy by reintroducing things that make them cheaper. In any case, hope you guys have a great and have a beautiful day because you're a beautiful you. Also, like I said, I might stop making as much gaming content. I might make other content. Who knows? But until then, you'll probably see me back for gaming. It's me, Dakota Duckington, and I'm out. Peace.